Good morning or afternoon or evening or whatever. Where I'm at, it's 2:01 p.m. on a Wednesday, which means it's time for Live, Laugh, Blah. I am the host, the producer, the writer, the one to blame, Jen Schiffer, and happy Wednesday. I hope that you're having a good day. I have to admit, I'm not apologizing for this. I don't apologize for things unless they're morally wrong. I'm a little sleepy today. I'm very tired. So it's gonna be, I don't know, if the energy seems low, you're correct. You are in tune, your finger's on the pulse. My finger is not on the pulse. There's like a faint pulse. But it's for good reason. I had a busy couple of days, and yeah, I'll get into it. But first off, if you're joining me live, hello, thank you, welcome. Let me know how the audio levels are, and I can fix all that. If you are joining me after this has streamed, also thank you for joining afterwards. Leave a comment on what your favorite part was, and what you like to see. Oh, Darius is in the chat. Hey Darius, how you doing? How's it going out by you? I'm trying to think, last time I saw you was xoxo, which I guess like that was August, which is almost, I guess it's a third of a year ago. It feels like half a year ago, but also yesterday. I was thinking of August this morning as I was headed to the city for therapy, and it was brick outside. It still is. Looks like the temperature's 32 degrees, but the feels like, let me see, I have the weather app open on my computer, but I don't know how the Apple Weather app works on the desktop. I'll use it on my phone. Let's see. Feels like 18 degrees, but right now is 2 p.m. When I was out there before 9 a.m., the feels like temperature was 10 degrees. And I do prefer the cold over the heat. Thank you for asking. But the wind, it's the wind that kills me. That's why the feels like was so low. And I felt like I wished it was August again. But I don't at the same time, because this summer here, I live in Jersey City, by the way, so very close to New York City. So if you are in New York or have been to New York, it's generally the same climate. I'm just right across the river. And the summer was brutal. It was very, very hot. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time, and so I do like the cold, but it was very windy, and so I was just imagining that, not that I was on the beach because I'm not a big beach person, but I just was imagining it was warmer as I walked in the blistering windy cold to the train, which now costs $3. The PATH train fares have gone up. If you're not aware, if you're a PATH train rider and you haven't used it in the past 2 weeks, the fare's up $3. More than a MTA train for now. MTA is probably coming next. All the prices are up. But you know what prices are not up? The price of anti-slip mats at my local dollar store. I'll do a little dollar store haul in a second, but I wanted to segue from talking about the pricing of transit, because then people start asking me about my thoughts on congestion pricing, which I am pro, but it is, as you can probably tell from any media coming from the media community out of New York, the coastal elites, there's a lot of feelings, but I'm a virgin who can't drive. I don't have a driver's license, so I want all cars off of the street. I want no wheels on the road except mobility aids. That's my dream. I do like bikes, but once we get all of the cars off the road, coming for the bikes next. Scooters first. Then those like dorky unicycle things, because those are just dangerous. I feel like those should just like not exist. Then scooters, then bicycles, and it's just people who actually need wheels to get around can be on the road. That's the dream. Anyway, let's see. I've got a lot of stuff to cover today, but I'm not going to stream for 3 hours like I did last week because, again, I'm a little bit sleepy and I think I probably should take a nap. But we got Gamer Fuel today is, of course, a sugar-free iced tea. So, stay hydrated. And then I got a fresh cup of coffee with vanilla oat milk. If you would love for me to talk for a straight hour about my beverage preferences, sound off in the comments. It's funny. I usually say sound off in the comments on my blog, but I don't have comments on my blog, but there's actually comments on YouTube for now. Don't mess that up for me. But let me know. And yeah, I think that's the only beverage I have here. I have a mug here, but this is my candle of the day. It is a, I think it's spruce. I made the candle a long time ago, but I didn't label it. It's in an old WordCamp NYC mug. The handle is broken, so I wouldn't drink out of it, so I just use it to make a candle. And I love this mug. WordCamp NYC was one of the first tech events I had attended, not spoken at, attended. I did speak at a WordCamp NYC and I spoke at WordCamp SF, but yeah. Does that holder get hot? For the candle, no, I don't hold it by the handle all that often because it is super glued on. In fact, actually, I think I'm sure none of you were at like any of my old Twitch streams, but I did a Twitch stream where I just glued handles back on mugs that I broke. And so this is actually one of them. It will get hot if it reaches like the bottom, but right now the wax is about up to here and I just lit it like 20 minutes ago. So it would get hot like any normal vessel, but it's just a ceramic mug, but I wouldn't hold it up by the handle. So it's broken like WordPress's leader. Gosh, Matt Mullenweg, if you want me to help you get out of this, call me. You know how to get in contact. You don't have my number, but you know who can give you my number. And if you have my number and Matt is like, Jen's willing to help mediate this, I'll do it for free. Just contact me, but also you have to listen to what I say. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the WordPress stuff. It's very sad. I used to be really heavily involved in the WordPress community 10 or so years ago, and so I do follow everything that's going on now. And it's very distressing, but I don't know. Matt, I'm turning 40 in a month. I know, I understand the like rethinking, okay, I'm halfway through my life. Although you're more than halfway through your life. The age expectancy for men is a few years younger than women. I believe you hit the halfway point at 37. I'm hitting the halfway point at 40. But I digress. You're also like rich, so I guess your life expectancy would be more than me. Anyway, this is Gamer Fuel and my candle. Got that covered. I went to a therapy today, and which is also something I recommend. Matt, please. Anybody. But I went to the dollar store after, one, to kind of warm up a bit because it was like blistering winds and I'm like, I have to get out of this. So I went to a dollar store, and I'll do a little haul. So I got a anti-slip mat in this like beautiful like periwinkle lavender color. It was $2.99. And what I'm going to do with this is cut it up. Well, I'll show you. Let me get my scissors. Anyway, Thanks for enjoying the chat. Oh, Potch is here. Hey, Matt Lee. Matt that's not in trouble. Also, Matt, if you need help, if you need me to help you get out of a bind, you're also welcome to contact me. Okay. Here's the thing. I love to make watercolors, and I have these glass jars. This is like an old yogurt jar that I will fill with water. And if you've ever painted with watercolor or any water-based paint, the way that you rinse your brush is by putting it in the water and smushing it around. But the bottom of the glasses are flat, and there's not a lot of friction to get the paint off of the brush. So there's a number of things that exist in the market that you can use to help with clean the brush. I don't know if I have. Let me check my cart. Okay. There are these paint puck things that exist. Let's see. Paint. Let me see if I could Google search this. Oh, I think I found. Yes, okay. Let's browser share. And through the magic of scene changing. Hey Stefan, chat is popping today. It's great to see because I am low energy, so y'all are bringing life. I also, when I'm tired, my body can't decide whether it's warm or cold. So if you see me like, this is like a sweatshirt, I will be putting it on and off again. But yeah, okay. So the site's making a lot of movement. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the paint puck. It's like a piece of like silicone that adds ribbing to the bottom or wherever you want to put it so that you can easily wash off your brushes. Small, versatile, fits into mason jars, paintbrush cleaning jars, and cups to make cleaning and washing off brushes simple and easy. These are little pieces of silicone and they cost $17. At least on their website. They might be even they get the job done. The problem is that if you are like me, and I feel like a lot of people, I don't empty my watercolor water cleaning jars all that often because I just feel like it like wastes like water. And when I want to clean my brushes, I clean that in the sink. And those pucks get really gross really easily, and they're like hard to clean. Matt Lee says, I got suckered into buying a Citadel water pot for my miniature water-based acrylic painting. It's a bit silly, but $11 plastic pot with some textured sides inside. Yeah, and it gets the job done. So what I want to do, I have all these glass jars because I recycle them, or sometimes the same for candles. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to cut the slip mat. This is also like good if you just have anything that slips around like on your counters or on your desk. This is just like a good cheap thing to have, and my dollar store has them in a lot of pretty colors. Sometimes I make watercolor, so I'll make it on a glass slab, and I'll probably cut a piece of this to keep the glass slab from moving as I'm mulling it. I have a muller here, so you mull and blah blah blah. Maybe I'll make some watercolors on stream sometime soon. But yeah, so I'm just gonna cut like piece of this and then just like stick it in the bottom of my jar or whatever jars I choose to use. Sometimes I use multiple jars at once because I'll do mixed media and I'll be switching between different like kinds of paint, and like gouache is a little bit heavier and gets the water dirtier than like typical watercolor. And so yes, this is just like a good DIY thing. Also, what's cool about these mats is if you're making like mixed media art and you do backgrounds and stuff, this is like a cool texture. You can like paint on this and press down. So it's a very versatile tool, and you can clean it. And it might get gross, but I feel like just from how flat it is, this will be way easier to get into those grooves with a sponge than the paint puck. So yeah, reusable, cleanable, affordable, shopped locally, and it's a pretty color. So there's that. So I'll be setting that up. And then I always go to the candle section of my dollar store. You can do what you want to do. It's your life. Live, laugh, love. If you wanted some advice on where to not buy candles, I would basically say like no dollar stores, not even like Target. Like candles are like tampons. There's no law where you have to list the ingredients, and so you don't know what you're putting in your hoo-ha. Don't put a candle in your hoo-ha, by the way. But there's just a lot of things that you would think like, oh, like these are sold so that therefore they must be safe. Tampons happen to be one of those things. So there's a whole movement of like organic, like 100% cotton tampons. With candles, you're not sure, you can't be sure what kind of wax is being used. And for this dollar store, I can already tell from like the look, it looks like dried I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. I'll find out. It's usually like dirty paraffin wax. And so you don't want to, like, there's some like treated paraffin that's safe, but like this is probably paraffin because it's cheap. And when it burns, it's really not good for you. Also, if it's a scented candle, you don't know if the scents have phthalates in it. It's just like there's no nutrition label like there is with food. There should be, but there isn't. And so I don't get candles from the dollar store. I'll tell you why I have this little rinky-dink one here. But when I make candles, I use 100% soy wax. You can use coconut. I'm allergic to coconut. So I stick with soy. And I get my candle fragrances from a distributor, candlescience.com, which they're phthalate free. And so you just have to be mindful. Like when you're burning something, it's going in the air and you're breathing it. Like we all know this as I'm saying it out loud, but it often is forgotten because you would just like to assume that if you bought a candle at the store, it's not going to harm you. But that's not the case with really anything you buy at the store, except maybe pharmaceuticals. But even then, pharmaceutical side effects all include death. What I bought at the dollar store, what I've wanted to have is a wax melter. And this one's like an oil melter. This was $3.99. They had all different kinds. Because my dollar store often is just filled with like crappy wedding favors. And so this is just like a ceramic thing, and you would put a tea light candle inside, and then you can put oils on it. And in fact, it came with this little, this is actually really cute. It's a shame I'll open it and smell it, but then I'm never going to use it. It's like it says lemon, and it's like a little oil thing. And so what I was supposed to be doing is pouring the oil in here and then lighting the candle, and it will make my whole home smell like lemon. Actually, let's open it. Yeah, it smells like I'm trying to remember what kind of lemon smells like. It smells like a sugary lemon candy. But like it just says lemon. There's no other words on it. Who the fuck knows what this actually is? So I'm going to keep this as just like a cute little decoration on my desk because it's cute. And then I'll make my own tea light candles. Posh says Wednesday, it's lemon. I'll make my own tea light candles, melt in this. What I need this melter for, I'm actually going to be using this for melting small quantities of wax. I've been drawing with wax recently, more specifically making clouds. So I'll show you some examples of some test blocks of wax. So I got purple wax and blue wax, and then before I pour the wax in the mold, I will melt some like plain uncolored wax and then put it on the mold, swirl it around, and then when it dries, I will pour the color over it so I can make little skyscapes. I messed these up, but like I know how I messed them up. These are really just tests, so what I'll probably end up doing is remelting both of these and doing the same thing, and putting more wax in the mold. I have one candle I made here. This is the first cloud wax I made. It's got a little leaf blowing in the wind, and there's 2 wicks. I tested out making the wax, the clouds on their own, and smushing them into melted wax, which that was cool too, but I like this better. Posh says those rule. And Stefan says Cloud would love to see your Final Fantasy VII art. Mother. Thank you. Yeah, I think these are cute. And I have these like half spheres I've made from yellow, and so it's like the vision is making like the sky. Like, how freaking cute is that? I have one of these already made. Tragically, the other day I was transporting a cardboard slab of candles I had made, and I dropped all of them. And a bunch of them broke. But I did take photos before they broke. But one of them I showed in a previous stream broke also, so it's over there. I'm figuring out my storage situation. I mailed out a candle to my pal Tasha and to my pal Mike, and if it gets to them safely, I'm testing out shipping candles because I want to start like selling these, not because I want to make a living off of these candles, but I have to get rid of these candles somehow, and I can't do it for free because shipping is like expensive. It's like $5 or $6 like domestically. So so yeah, back to the candle melter, and then I swear I'm gonna open up Glitch so we can edit my website. The way I made those clouds is so fucking funny. I have a candle that I have lit, and I will melt the wax in a spoon. I look like I'm making drugs, quite literally. And so it gets the job done, except I have to look at this flame, and I catch myself like I've been looking directly at a flame. This is going to kill my eyes. So that's why I was like, I should just make a wax melter. But then I'm like, I would have to figure out how I'm going to do that, and that will take me forever. And in that time, my eyes will melt out of its sockets. So I just was like, I'll just go to a dollar store and get this one. Little wax melter ASMR with my nasal voice above it. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm excited. I'm going to be probably trying this out later. I'll put like foil over it, put the wax in, put my tea light candle that I made inside, and then, you know, I won't have to hold a spoon over a flame. Also, like when you hold a spoon over the flame, you really want a double boiler to melt wax, but I never need so much wax to like get the stove going. I'm figuring it out. I'm learning. I might even get like a hot plate. Maybe I should get a hot plate. No, I don't need a hot plate because I got this now. I don't know, I'd like to on stream show you how to make your own candles, because I think everyone should be able to do the things that they want to learn how to do. And if you want to learn how to make your own candles, it's fun and easy, and it's safer for you than buying your candles at Burlington Coat Factory, who are more than great coats, but I feel like those Yankee candles they sell are not official Yankee candles. Allegedly. So, okay. So that was my dollar store haul. It was, I think I spent $2.99 plus $3.99. So, 2 things at the dollar store for $7. What a world we're living in. I'm not going to be able to put that back on. And that's how you make a website, Andy. That's right. And that's hypertext markup language. Okay, let me get all my paint stuff out of the way so I can get into code mode. This candle, oh my, I was going... I'm gonna like... I'll reuse the like metal and just pour wax and a wick into it. But, yeah. Okay, what else? I think it's time to work on a website. Oh, I wanted to share one more thing. I started reading a book this week or last week. I'm reading Mary Roach's Animal Vegetable Criminal. I think a couple of months back I did like one stream out of the blue and I was reading her book Gulp. And oh, actually, you know what's so funny, Andy, if you're still there, the cover says delightful Ed Yong. We know that guy. If you don't know, Mary Roach is a really entertaining science writer. She goes out in the field, like the research is really good. She's really like funny. I feel like, I don't know her personally, I feel like her and I would get along really well. She does these like footnotes that are like my ADHD tangents, and I'm not diagnosing her, but like it's just really like she'll say something really interesting and that will my mind will trail off, and then I'll look at the footnote and it's like her elaborating on that thought that my mind had trailed off to. Animal Vegetable Criminal talks about moment like when animals and humans like don't get along in weird ways. I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's this book Pests. Oh, I don't think I have it here and I forget the author's name. She's great too. I'm really interested in the idea of divesting from speciesism. Anybody that knows me and my relationship to bugs, I'm the friend who will not kill a cockroach, but I'll like let them out. But I still like, I'm not like I like roaches or anything like that. It's just like, I just feel like it's not my place to end the life of any creature directly. And these books, I love books that kind of talk about humans' relationships with different animals. In particular, elephants. In like the Western world, we like love elephants here. They're so smart because we don't have to fucking deal with them. They're not like destroying our crops. They're not like in male testosterone in heat rages pulling the limbs off of people, breaking into homes, like they do in parts of India and like Africa. And a lot of the times they still welcome the elephant into their ecosystem. Like they still revere it, whether it's like in India because it represents a god, or in Africa just because like the elephant was, you know, ultimately there first. Whereas like in America, if there's like a pest, like the rats in New York, for example, it's like we have to get rid of them at all costs. And there's no thought of like, well, there's been thought, but not a lot of discussion of I feel, of why they are the way that they are. And is there a way to coexist? Like what is, I don't know. I'm not saying we shouldn't get rid of rats, but it is very interesting how we continue to colonize essentially these cultures who have these animals like elephants, destroying their livelihoods sometimes, but a significant part of why they won't get rid of them is especially where there's a lot of tourism from North America. We like adore elephants, and that's because we don't have to deal with them. And if we had elephants in the United States roaming around and destroying our crops, we would have a very different view of elephants. And so it's just interesting how we decide what creatures we allow or not. Like, oh, kill the roach, but don't kill the centipede because that eats like the bad bugs. It's just, I love that stuff. So Annika's in the chat. What's going on? She said, I love the NYC 99 cents and up store. It's just a good name for a store where things cost amounts of money. Yeah. My local dollar store is called 99 Cent Dream. Except one of the letters in Dream broke, like, I feel like 10 years ago. It might have even broken before I even moved here. So I think it's 99 Cent Ream. Or maybe that's just what I call it. I don't know. But I love dollar stores. And actually, if these Chinese tariffs actually like come through, it'd be interesting to see if dollar stores continue to exist. The prices at this dollar store are, I don't think they're that bad. I think Five Below needs to change their name, because Five Below has things that are not Five and Below. Whereas 99 cents and up, they're telling you the label's right on the box. They're gonna be 99 cents and up. Anyway, retailers shouldn't lie. There's a Five Below in Manhattan now. It's like right a block from the Container Store, which is right on like 6th and 18th, I think. I walked by it today and I was like, I should go up to Five Below, but I didn't need things. I'm really trying to be mindful of like not buying things like I don't need. I've been on that journey for a couple of years now, but I do want to just stop by and be like, what is up here? I had a classmate in aerial yoga who she bought a yoga mat from Five Below. I thought that was crazy. I feel like a Five Below yoga mat is just going to be like this slip mat. In fact, I think one of the pictures on the label for this mat, which I think I got rid of already, shows it being used not as a yoga mat, but like a slip mat for a yoga mat. But yeah, I think like, does Five Below have an online site? Oh yeah, wait a second. Plus some incredible finds that go beyond $5. Five Below and beyond. There's no bed. So actually, this is right across the street where the 6th Avenue Bed Bath and Beyond used to be. That whole area. There used to be, oh God, I'm probably the only person that's nostalgic for the corner of 6th and 14th. 14th going up to 20th. 23rd, because there's so many like big box stores like right on those like few blocks. There used to be an Olive Garden. There still is like an Outback Steakhouse off of 14th. Also, Union Square to me is lawless now. It's just very interesting how that area has changed since I was less than 5 feet tall. Go all in it. You're like Five Below. Luxe Collection 8-ball pillow. Yeah, I want to go up there and check out this stuff. Squeeze cheese squishy toy. Young people love Five Below. Young people love it because they sell lots of candy. Like, they got Haribo there. I was just about to say Vaseline for $5. Go fuck yourself. But no, it's a 5-pack. Five Below is just like, Five Below is to discount dollar stores as Shake Shack is to fast food restaurants. Like, Five Below is not like a dollar store, but it's adjacent. And Shake Shack is not fast food, but it's like adjacent. People assume Shake Shack is fast food, but we can get into like the difference between fast food and fast casual like at some other time. But yeah, Annika bought your son the squishy banana for his birthday. It's cute. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it's okay, wait. Do not stretch over 6 feet. I did not expect the banana to be this big. That's so funny. Matt Lee says, Joann Fabrics is on the verge of bankruptcy, so they'll send you half your order broken, but refund the whole thing and let you keep it if you want a lot of plastic storage containers. I heard about Joann. I know Joann, they put out like a notice that said, if no one buys this, we're shutting down. I wonder, is there a Joann's in Manhattan? Let's see. Oh, none of these cities are real. Yeah, I don't think there's one in New York City. Man, like, New York City is a Michael's nation. There's actually a Michael's a block before the Five Below. So if you don't go to New York City often, you do go to New York City and you're like, I need a container. The Container Store is there. I need a candle mold and some yarn. Michael's is there. Michael's is basically like Joann's, except the fabric, there's like hardly a fabric session at Michael's. And I don't know, it would be nice if Michael's bought Joann and Joann Fabrics. That probably wouldn't happen. I don't know. I feel like if Joann is having issues, Michael probably is too. Steam ends when I find a Joann near me. And yeah, Annika says, just go to should have gotten to the illegal Iranian artifact importing side business, Joann. Seriously. Maybe Hobby Lobby was onto something. I have never been to Hobby Lobby my entire life, so I don't know Lobby. I don't know if that exists in New York City either. Yeah, no, these are all like New York State. Wow, incredible photo. I don't know. There was a place called the Hobby Shop in New Jersey, at least. Hobby Shop. Oh, God. Stop. Why would, if I went to Hobby Lobby's website, why would I want notifications? What? Hobby Lobby, why would I have the tab open and why would I need you to notify me of anything? There are sites where I'm like, yeah, sure, give me notifications, but okay, DuckDuckGo is not cooperating. Let's work on a website. Okay, so we got jenschiffer.com. So let's talk about, let me open it up in Glitch first. Let's talk about what I did last week. And you can follow along too. My coffee's gonna get cold for me talking too much. It's just like when I had a job. It's just like in the office. My coffee getting cold because I was talking too much. But working. And this is work. Okay. So what we did last week was well, 2 weeks ago, I added dark mode. Boom, dark mode. Let's turn light mode back on. And on my art page, my issue is that I haven't updated my art page in 10 years. As you can tell, everything stopped being updated in 2016. And I have done stuff then. I don't think I've done... Oh, yeah, okay. I have the 2018 exhibitions. But I have art to show. And so I added a new box for digital projects, which right now I just have Make 8-Bit Art and Vart, which is also a project I've not updated in forever. And then I have watercolor projects. And I had streams showing off my pixel art sketchbook. And so the idea is that I would have a thumbnail for each of my like watercolor projects, and then I would make a box for candles and blah, blah, blah. But the problem with keeping the site up to date is I need to have like a framework through, not like JavaScript framework, but like a process framework for how I add stuff to my page. Annika says, haha, 2016, 10 years ago, good one, turns to Justin blows away when. Seriously, you know, one of the things that I had a busy week this week so far, which is why I'm tired. Monday night, Jamie and I hosted our first robot karaoke show of the new year. We had the largest turnout we had ever seen. We had to cut the queue. I had to take down all the QR codes when we still had an hour left because the queue had filled up so fast, and we stayed like over an extra hour past the show end time. Wonderville only does like one show a night, and so it was fine. But I was there till like 10. So 3 hours straight of robot karaoke. And robot karaoke is when if you go to theweirdalgorithm.com, it's a karaoke night with a chaotic twist. You pick a song from our catalog, and then we have various text sets that will generate in real time, at the time when the song starts, new lyrics that come from those texts. So here's the song Daisy Daisy, but the lyrics are from Fraudulent Emails, Goosebumps titles, which is one of my favorite text sets. Pharmaceutical Symptoms is also a fun one. We have like Yelp reviews of massage places, Cloudgate in Chicago, negative glass door reviews is a funny one, negative airline reviews. It's like all a good time. And so we just had our show in Wonderville in, I think, Friday, January 17th, Friday. Jamie's in Chicago. And so booked a show at Night City. So if you happen to be in the area or know someone in the area, that's happening. And we are going to be at Wonderville every other month. So we have all these dates scheduled for the rest of the year. So if you're thinking of coming to New York, I would maybe not come in March. Might be really, I don't know about the polar vortex. Sounds scary, very cold. I guess that's what we're going through now. I don't know when it's over. But like May is a good time to be in New York. July, if it was like last July, unless you like stinky hot weather. September is like a good sweet spot, although September was like pretty warm. But anyway, book your entire trip around this free couple of hours at an independent arcade to sing a song with lyrics that come from something random. Anyway, we did that Monday, and we had a huge turnout. To fill a bar on a Monday is great. We got a small donation from someone, because it's not a ticketed event, and we don't really like ask for money. Someone like insisted. So yeah, we're basically professional karaoke people. Actually, Jamie's probably not listening to this right now, but I got us custom hats off of Etsy that are embroidered that say karaoke professional. So we have a uniform. He doesn't know it yet. Annika says, I like human trash. See you in August. I'll be here, baby. But yeah, so that was Monday. And what else? Oh, and then last night was Jersey Script. I don't have a actually Jersey Script does have a website. It's a GitHub page I haven't updated in forever. And if you're like, what the hell just happened there? Yes. We have JavaScript that removes and like unstyles and restyles all the elements. This website has not been updated in quite some time. 8 years ago. Taking the L on my being able to update the site regularly. I just like stopped posting the dates because it used to always just be on the final Tuesday of the month, last Tuesday of the month. I have to update this too. Can you see it again in slow-mo? Actually, we have to view the source. Okay, so here we have a real style, and we hide it, and then we reapply style to every element. We wrote this like, 11 years ago. Oh my god. Like for a very brief time, over a decade ago, my GitHub display name was Your Biological Dad, and then it was like a joke because whenever I made a PR to my friend Nick, we worked in the NBA together, he would be getting an email from his biological dad, who he did have a relationship with. But then I started collaborating with more people, and I was like, it's probably best if I were to change my display name. And from that point on, my display name became Santa Claus. So if you ever posted an issue and I responded to it, or I made a PR or anything like that, GitHub's notification email to you would say that it's coming from Santa Claus. So yeah. And that's Chris Christie. We hate him. But yeah, this is we're like, how do we make just like Robot Karaoke is Jamie, Brew, and I making karaoke unnecessarily difficult and chaotic. This isn't new to us. I've been making things difficult and chaotic for over a decade, tried and true. This newsletter doesn't work anymore because MailChimp shut down TinyLetter, so I'm going to have to update that. Posh says, funny, Santa Claus is my biological father. Now, like, I'll get text messages from, like, local politicians during, like, elections that are like, hey, Santa Claus, we want to know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, you got my email or my number from something tied to GitHub, because GitHub is the only place where I've said Santa Claus is my name. So whenever I get recruiter emails, which is, like, common if you use GitHub, it's like, hey, Santa Claus, I like what you did with JortSort. Like, we have a PHP developer job that is 3 days in office required, 3 hours from you in, like, Atlantic City, and it's $70,000, which is $70,000 is not, like, anything to snuff at if you're writing PHP that far down in New Jersey, but I am in North Jersey, and Jersey is a pretty big state. Why am I qualifying why I don't know. I'm trying to be like, I'm not making fun of people who write PHP for $70,000 in Atlantic City. There might be somebody in that situation, but I don't think there is. I'm not moralizing it. I'm just saying they got the wrong Santa Claus, if that's what they want. But yeah, so Jersey Script started yesterday, back up again, thanks to my pal Dan, who found a venue. It was really great. I hadn't seen a lot of those folks in 5 years. There are people who had moved away and then, like, came back in that time because they're chasing where the housing market is good, I guess. Yeah, it was really nice to see folks. The venue's Hudson Hound, which I learned the chef at Hudson Hound, I guess, used to work at 11 Madison, which is like a very fancy schmancy place in New York City. So that's cool. and they let us take up the back space for free. You know, Jersey City, the bars are not full by any means on Tuesday, so really, like, any venue should be happy to have us. Our previous venue, when I got back to them, like, a couple years after COVID had hit, they were like, we want you to pay and, like, get, like, catering through us and all that stuff. And I just was like, I used to pay out of pocket for JerseyScript when it first started 11 or so years ago. I'm not paying out of pocket for that again. And I'm not ticketing because I'm not dealing with, like, money, because then you have to deal with, like, taxes. And I pay my taxes. I do my personal taxes. I'm not trying to, like, complicate that. So, yeah. So we'll see where things go with JerseyScript. If it becomes a larger event with talks, Dan is interested in that. And Hudson Hound has a basement space that you can pay to, like, run events there. So if it evolves into that, great. But I'm just happy to, like, have everybody come and just back and, like, drinking drinks, eating food. I will say, though, Hudson Hound, I know that you're watching this right now, Steven Hudson Hound. Your Diet Coke is flat. Your Diet Coke is flat. I know it's the spray gun, but, like, I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, so I can have opinions about the fizziness of your soda gun. And my opinion is that you gotta clean that thing or something. I don't know. Oh, Brodingo's in the chat. What's up? How you doing, Brody? Wow, this is hopping. We're an hour in and I haven't typed a single line of code. Because I just, like, I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I was just going to say, when I'm tired, I talk a lot. We all know when I'm not tired, I also talk a lot. But that's just showbiz, baby. Okay. So we have watercolor projects. And last week, what I worked on was adding the all of the images, and they are in a div called Node.js. So if you don't have JavaScript, because that's the other thing, is I want to make sure that my site is accessible for if you don't have JavaScript, and not because I care about I'm gonna say something very cunty. Can I say that on YouTube? I guess we'll find out. This is more not because I care about disabling JavaScript, but because when I make a thing or I see someone make a thing and everyone's really like, oh wow, this is really cool, there's always somebody that's like, it doesn't work when JavaScript's disabled. And while that in a lot of cases is, like, good to point out, I find that it's often bad faith. And so I'm doing this, one, so it's accessible for everyone, of course, like, that's important. But accessibility of a site to someone who doesn't have JavaScript is less important to me than avoiding the aggravation of someone calling out to me that something that I did cannot be seen when JavaScript is turned off. And if that makes me a bitch, happy to be one. There's nothing I find more annoying when someone puts out a site that someone's like, it doesn't work without JavaScript. Or when they, like, intentionally break it if it has a form or something like that. I don't know, this shit just pisses me off. But my site works and everything you can view when you don't have JavaScript. It's just not as nice of an experience. When you do have JavaScript, it just shows the thumbnail, hides all that kind of stuff. It doesn't show it there. And then when you click it, it opens up a modal, or what do we freaking call it? This is JS only. Let's see. Dialog. It opens up a dialog. We have every page we add a dialogue element that's hidden by default. This is an HTML element. The only JavaScript is handling what happens when you click it to get it opened. So I like that. And dialogues, when they open, are already automatically centered. Remember when the whole big joke of like how like the hardest thing in computer science is centering a div vertically and horizontally on a page. And then Stephanie HTML is just like, here's a dialogue element that does that. And so that's what we have here. So it opens, it shows all of that contents that are hidden, if there's JavaScript, in this little modal. And then right now you can click and it will open up the image. But I kind of want to make like a little carousel thing. So, and then we got a little close button. That's what we did last week. And so let's think of, what are your thoughts? What do you think I should do with those images? So it's not just those thumbnails clicking in like a new tab or anything like that. While you are thinking about that and telling me in the chat, I'm going to update my homepage because current status has changed in the past 2 days. Let's see. Robot Karaoke show is at Wonderville March 10th. March 10th. And the next Jersey script is gonna be February 11th, which is also my 40th birthday. So I don't know if I'm gonna go, but once Dan confirms, I'll just comment that out. Cause I don't know. That's all up to date. And what's today? The 15th? There we go. Site last updated. My nose is itchy. Excuse me, one moment. Now is a good time to tell you that if you like hearing me yap for an hour, I wrote way more code last week. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing these streams every Wednesday, and then I'm probably going to pick like an evening. I don't know, like maybe like on Sunday or something, for when I paint on stream or do craft. So Wednesday would be the coding and whatever. But like and subscribe so that I can build an audience on a new social platform, since I keep leaving other ones like Twitch and Twitter. And February 14th will be, I think, 2 years since I deleted my Twitter account. And I think last week was 6 years since I deleted my Facebook, Instagram, and Amazon accounts. Amazon's on a social platform, but like there's just like, I was like, I'm eschewing, almost knocked iced tea all over the place. I'm eschewing platforms that cause more harm and good to the world and my brain. So 6 years, and now I'm witnessing Mark Zuckerberg, another person my age, going through a midlife crisis. Live, laugh, love. Okay, let's go back to this. So one thing I'm thinking of is having these be smaller. What if I had the thumbnails be smaller And then if you clicked one, it would be bigger. We can try that. I want to avoid doing a carousel with the navigation. I don't know, let's just like play around. So let's go down. I'm gonna hide some of these boxes because we're not updating them. Okay. So for when you have JavaScript, which is what we're working with now, and by the way, if you don't know, I do this with Live Laugh Blog too. If I have elements that are only to be shown if JavaScript is enabled, I use CSS classes to determine if they show or not. And so if I have JavaScript, of course it will load this JavaScript file. And the first thing it does is it will remove oh yeah, it just sets the display, and this will remove the classes. Maybe I'm supposed to remove Node.js. This code seems wrong to me. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to remove Node.js. No, actually I'm not removing classes. I probably don't even need to do this. Because in the style... display none. Oh, okay. So I guess in this code I could have set the display to be block, but also I don't know if the elements are gonna be block or inline, so I just removed the class. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I just have to remind myself, especially when I'm sleepy, of like, what did I write? And then if I have elements that show when there's no JavaScript, I just remove them. I set the display to be none. See guys, I'm fading. I'm starting to fade. Every page has a main dialogue element with a close button. So the start of loading the script, we call that. And then we have these dialogue triggers, which any like link or button, or in the case of that, right here, let's open this. This element here has a class open dialog because I want to open it. When you click it, that is a dialog trigger. And so for each of them, there's a click event that will set the title. The trigger also has data attributes. One is gallery ID, so it's the ID of an element that's hidden. It pops it in there. Sets it to display, and then it calls show modal, and show modal is a native API for Dialogs. Like I don't have to, there's no method called show modal in my code. And then for closing, if you click the close button, it calls this close method, which also is part of the dialogue. DN dialogue. There we go. Widely available. Oh, God. Wait, what? Built AI powered mobile apps on Couchbase mobile? Oh wait, no, I'm mistaken. I thought it said CouchDB for a second. I was like, wait a second. That makes no sense. I'm gonna click don't want to see ads, and it'll be like, pay for us then, which I don't know. So dialogue, HTML element, you have show modal method, show display a non-modal dialogue. Actually, what does that look like? Let's see. Is it just show? What was it? Show. Let's see. Whoops. What's going on? What's taking a while to load? Bump, 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 bump. P5. Let's freaking go. What's going on? JavaScript is definitely or it's not working. What's going on? I think it might be a glitch hosting issue. P5JS is used for the drawing pixel background thing. Let me see if it's loading on my phone. Works for me. Yeah, it works on my phone fine. There's something going on my desktop. Blocked. Why? It makes no sense to me. Okay, I just did a hard refresh of the window. Okay. Oh, okay. So it just shows the modal. Oh, the element. That's cool. So if you like had the dialogue in line with like your content, it can like have it show, which is good if you like wanted to hide spoilers or something like that. But show modal will actually make the modal and handle all of the making it front and center, all the styling of it. Boom, like that. Even like kind of darkens the background a little bit. I can still draw. So yeah. Anyway, let's do some. So we got dialogue, image gallery. We're gonna do some CSS. Okay, let's find Dragative. Okay, image gallery. Cool. So we have image gallery links to an image. Another hard part of keeping my website up to date is, and this is like my lack of executive function sometimes, is I I won't post images if they don't have alt text, because that's just like, it's the right thing to do. And so to have to like look at my art and try to describe it in a way that is like understandable is painful for me. It's like when I'll say yes to an event and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this event. I'm gonna, I'll write this talk. And then they're like, can you send us a bio and a headshot? And the idea of like having to pick a photo of me and having to write a blurb about myself makes me want to eat my own organs. And then I'm like, I regret saying yes to the event. So they're just things where like, I'm sure they're easy for a lot of people, but these are the things that make me go, so I did like sit and like add alt text to like all of these, but it's hard to do. And so that's another reason why things don't exactly get up to date. And you can't use AI for alt text. Like it couldn't possibly be good. And so I wouldn't dare even like try. Sam Altman can scrape my cervix and ChatGPT would still not be able to describe what is coming out of my brain. So yeah. Okay, here are the things that we know. I'm gonna time out in the comments. If there's an image gallery in the dialogue, we have JavaScript, because the only reason why this image gallery here is in this modal is because the JavaScript put it in there. And so I don't want to make the images in the non-JavaScript gallery smaller because there's no JavaScript to make them bigger. So I just want to make sure that any changes that I make here are only happening in the JavaScript world. This is is this progressive enhancement? You're starting with, yeah. Progressive enhancement is when you're like constraints first and then you enhance it, and we're enhancing this to be like nicer looking. And then the opposite is graceful degradation, right? Those are hot phrases in 2013, right? 10 years ago. Okay. As I spill coffee on myself. On myself and myself. So I know that I can just do dialog.image gallery image. Width is 50 px. And that will decrease the size. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? So it didn't change the JavaScript free version, but what is the deal with this browser right now? Okay, so now we're small. And now I'm gonna go into JavaScript and say on click, change the width to be bigger. Just to see like what it's like. So there's a good place to put this. We have handling JavaScript. Here's the image gallery. Open dialog, close in dialog. This is the dark mode stuff. We'll get this out of the way. This will be image gallery stuff. So const image gallery thumbs What was it? I can do this, right? I'm gonna get elements by class name kind of person, but I think this works. And it's query selector, not query skeletor all. Also, this, I noticed this last week. Isn't this interesting? When I get rid of the semicolon, Glitch is like, excuse me, bitch. That's just like a weird thing the linter's doing. Does this work? Let's see. And then what I want to do next is image gallery thumbs dot for each. Oh wait, no, I want to do, because it's nodes and not an array already. It's right. It's right below me. What am I doing? It's the same thing as the dialogue triggers. Image gallery thumbs function thumbnail thumbnail dot add event listener list add event listerine click non-sponsored. And we want blah, 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 blah. Huh. What the hell is this? What is this for here? Thumbnail clicked. Not bad. So what we're gonna do is when I refresh this, a service worker intercepted the request and encountered what? I don't think I have service workers. I didn't think that I had that. Huh. Delete all. Local storage should just be the dark mode, yeah. Okay, there we go. Node list. We've got nothing. Okay. So actually, these are not going to show until I hit the dialogue. Because no, remember, when the JavaScript initially loads, there is none of that. So we want to do this thumbnail stuff once the dialogue is open. Whoop. So let's move this into the open dialogue. Okay, this updates the timer. Append, want to do it after appending. So, show gallery, show dialogue contents, image gallery. Prettier. Now, oops, okay. So now we have a node list. We have 19 images and they're beautiful alt text. And then you'll notice, you gotta catch it real quick. when I click the image, it's gonna console log, but it's also an anchor tag, so it's gonna go to that. So actually, let me open link a new tab. Oh, it's not gonna work. It's gotta watch, click, boop. It said for a brief moment thumbnail clicked. So what we want to do, I don't want to remove, I don't want to remove the anchor tags because again that impacts those who don't have JavaScript, who I care about. If I didn't care about, I wouldn't be doing this. But let's see, inspect the thumbnail. So maybe we should target, does prevent default prevent accessing a link if I change, well, okay. I was like, I was starting to ask that, and I was like, wait, by the time the chat gets this because of YouTube latency, but Potch came through before. So let's do anchor, and then event.prevent default. Okay. I was wondering if prevent, I'm guessing the default for clicking anchor is a link, so. There you go, thumbnail clicked. And so the event tells us, I just wanted to click, I wanted to see what we get in return. Original target. So we want target. So first we want to we can just say like e.target dot style dot width equals 200px event, not e. But can you guess what will happen? I'm not gonna wait for you to answer because again, I'm not sure how much latency on YouTube is, but this will make it so that when I click any image, they all will then be 200 pixels. And what we want is to have all of them be a uniform size again, and then have the one that we click be 200 pixels. But let's just at least test this out. I'll show you what I mean. That makes it big, and then this will be big, and then that'll be big, and then that'll be big. We'll want it to be bigger. So actually, this is like kind of funny. So we can make them all uniform and then just have that one be big. But now I'm thinking like we really should just have those as little thumbnails and there be like a main image that's big on top, and then clicking the thumbnail just makes that image the source of the big image on top. But humor me, I was like, this stream is not going to be 3 hours, and we're an hour and a half in. But y'all are just watching me kind of like, not kind of, I'm literally thinking this stuff out in real time. I haven't decided what I want to do, clearly. I'm just kind of like fucking around. I'm playing. I quit my job so I can just like fucking play. And I play with my paints. I play with my airbrush gun. I play with my dollar store beautiful pair. I love this color so much. My slip mat. And I'm playing with my little glitch app, my personal site. Why am I defending myself? I should have chosen stop defending yourself as a New Year's resolution. It's too late now. Now I have to defend myself all through 2025. And then hope I remember in 2026 to make my resolution to stop defending myself. Oh, I could fall asleep like that. Whew. Okay. Wake up, Jennifer Jean. Okay. Let's say that we want... Yeah, I don't want to do a for each within the for each to make all the styles 200 pixels. Yeah, I definitely want to do make a big image and have these or maybe I can have it go big but move it to the beginning. Like, what if I made this... What if I made... Let's see. Nil. Clicked equals e dot target. Not e event target. And we'll say thumbnail click dot style dot width display equals block. Stefan says all your haters in the chats to get defending. All the haters are in here. No, I have haters on the internet for sure. I just don't. I care what my brain thinks. I don't care what all those other people think. So we want to make, I want to make this element a block element. And I'm like interchanging quotes. Let me get rid of this. Oh my god. My dentist is stalking my whole life. So, as you know, I quit my corporate job September. I stuck to Cobra for the rest of the year. Cobra's expensive if you're not from the States. Cobra is a law that's like, if you leave your job, you're qualified to continue your insurance premium that you had at your job. You just have to pay the premium. So it goes from your employer paying it to you paying it, but you still have that same plan. So you're in that group insurance. And I wanted to keep my set of providers and pharmacies at least through the rest of the year, because I have Hashimoto's disease. I have like twice a year is when I do like all my like tests and appointments and all that kind of stuff. And that's usually around December and June. And so I wanted to like just have the status quo through to December. And then I entered the like healthcare marketplace. So all of my insurance, my medical and dental, are different as of 15 days ago than they had been for the 2.5 years prior. Because when Glitch got acquired, all of our insurance changed again. So my dentist is no longer in my network. And also, I don't like that dentist anymore. And I told them I was going to have an appointment on January 6th, we all celebrate the insurrection anniversary in our own different ways. January 6th is the insurrection, which is also the end of Hubestang 2, which is because of the insurrection. And it was also going to be a dental cleaning. And I had to call them a couple weeks before. They have a policy that you have to cancel your appointment 59 hours in advance. This is why you can see why I don't like them. They're fucking weird. I canceled the appointment saying my insurance changed, so I'm canceling. And now they're calling every single day. They're texting me. They texted me yesterday, "Hello, Jennifer," with the wave emoji. Nothing else. Nothing else. They've called me. I don't even think this is the first time today they called me. 2 calls today. A call yesterday. A call on Friday. A call on... Well, the second is when I called them. And then I got all these texts like, "Hi, Jennifer. Can we get you scheduled in for your routine cleaning and checkup?" That was on Friday. And then yesterday was, "Hi, Jennifer," which is the waving emoji. Like Mariah Carey said, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" It's so... I'm very turned off by, like, how they're hounding me. Like, it's giving desperation, and I don't like when people are desperate for my attention outside of the workplace. So that's what my dentist is calling me. Like, leave me alone. Matt says my dentist got some new software that totally sucks, and they started sending me cutesy little texts. Oh yeah, it's absolutely, there's like some kind of software that's doing it. It's not a person typing out "Hi, Jennifer" with the wave emoji. Oh wait. Early December, they're like, "Hi, Jennifer, reaching out regarding your upcoming appointment. Reply C to confirm." So it's like software. "If you need to make any changes to the appointment, please reach out to the office at least 49 hours prior to avoid a cancellation fee." 49 hours. What? What is even, like, 49? What is... I guess, like... Oh, you know what? 49 is 7 times 7, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, it's software, because no human is like, "Reach out to me within 49 hours. It's 7 days. They want 7 full calendar days. Which, by the way, having to cancel 49 hours before an appointment and not be charged a fee, that's also a reason why I don't like them. Like, that is insane. 7 days? Like, also, my last appointment, I won't get into the details of it, is another reason why I don't like them and knew I was going to go back. I was not getting the care that, like, I needed. And my gums are heavily impacted by my Hashimoto's, unfortunately. And so, I don't get standard care that I deserved. It was a real off day for them. And then afterwards, they gave me my little goodie bag, and they're like, "We're out of adult toothbrushes, so here's a kid's one." So I have this kid's toothbrush. It's cute. The little head of the toothbrush, it's like the size of like my pinky fingernail. Like, I'm not brushing my teeth with this. Like, why even just bother giving me a toothbrush? And then, they're like, there's a QR code sticker, like, on the lamp. And like, "If you can scan the code and like leave us a review." And she just stood there, and I had to scan the QR code. I told her I would write it later, but like, I just was like, I don't know. I can go to a bodega and buy a snack and not get fucking hassled to scan a QR code. Like, the dentist doing that, like, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. And now they're fucking stalking me. Where were we? Watercolor project. Okay. Let's see. Did I? Oh, I have to set the list item as block. Pasha, you think the survey would be one of the 700 texts? And it's so funny because they want me to review them so bad, and I'm not reviewing them because I don't want. I would have to leave a negative review. I'm like, you actually like. Okay. When I went for my last cleaning, it was for X-rays and a cleaning. The end of the cleaning, the dentist comes in. It's like the dental assistant does all the work, and then the dentist comes in and like will do the polishing and then like leave. This dentist who I'd never seen before, she must be new, she came in to do the polishing, but like the cord for the polishing thing was like getting in the way of her elbow. She kept knocking it, and so she just got rid of it, and she grabbed like a almost like a Q-tip and just like wiped over my teeth real quick. Like she didn't even like polish my teeth, and she was clearly like agitated. I guess she was like having a bad day, which is like fair. I have bad days all the time. Most days are bad, actually. I gotta admit lately. But like just like wiping my teeth, like I could have done that. I also have a jaw infection, and it hasn't come up on the x-ray, but like the signs are there, and they're just kind of like, we'll monitor it. And I'm like, okay, does that mean like if it gets worse I should tell you? And they're like, yeah. I don't know, just like, I don't know, it's very, very strange. It is giving template literals unfilled from the mail the mail form, but Poch said, was his dentist in the back of a bodega? No, I feel like if it was the back of a bodega, they would be hassling me to scan a QR code. At least that wouldn't happen. Actually, the root of my jaw infection is my front teeth are fake, and they had broken when I was running in the house when I was a kid. Don't run in the house. And we ended up going to a dentist that was in a strip mall, and it was like a cube, like a bunch of cubicles of dentists, because we were broke. And that dentist didn't do a great job, and several years later, an infection where that root canal was manifested, and I had to have an apicoectomy interior, and basically it's just like they go in and like get rid of the infection and put a little cap like where the root is. So I'm experiencing symptoms of needing that again. But I don't know, it's weird. Like I'm used to like the dentist like being like a mechanic, pointing out all the things that like, you need. They're like, oh, you need braces, you need that, blah blah blah. And like this time around I was just kind of like rushed out, given a kid's toothbrush, and now I'm like, you're not even covered in my insurance anymore. And yeah, anyway, it's like one of the things where I'm like, it like weighs on me. I do have to find a new dentist and get this stuff taken care of. But if if this infection escalates and reaches my brain, and makes me go, actually, you know what? Maybe that Matt Mullenweg, if you're watching this, I will help you. One of the ways that we can get you out of this is maybe you have a tooth infection and it's reached your brain. It's not uncommon. I can go with you to the dentist. You're post-economic, you can afford the x-rays. We can do a full body scan, and maybe we'll find something, and that can explain why you are experiencing this friction with the quote community. But anyway, if I become the Joker as my midlife crisis, more likely than not, that just means that my jaw infection reached my brain. And you can blame my dentist, who I won't name out loud, but you can blame them for it. So yeah. We want to make the list item display block, not the image itself. So we can do blah, blah, blah. I think we call what is the JavaScript for getting like the closest element. Isn't it like literally closest? I thought I used it here. Let's see. I'm just looking through all my... Okay, I don't do like a... There's query selector. I don't need to console log this anymore. So maybe... There you go. That's what I was thinking of. I guess there is closest. Traverses element and its parents heading towards the document until it finds a node that matches the specified CSS selector. So I want to find the closest list item when I click the target. Const li equals thumbnail clicked dot closest li. We want li to be block and the thumbnail to be 100%. Cool. And we have the max width to be 100%, so is that, does that work as a property? I forgot. No. Max width 100%. With 100%. And I'm gonna actually, let's remove some redundancies here. Where's max width? Oh, of course, there we go. I'm just gonna say width. I'm gonna like make these all those images uniform anyway. So let's get rid of this. Also, hey Marina, I do need a new dentist, and actually I'm going back to my old dentist. I have a dentist that I really liked. It's a husband and wife office. It's a little bit further a walk, but still it's fine. I loved them. When Christmas comes around, they have a goth Santa, black velvet little Santa on their desk. I had to stop going to them because when Fastly acquired Glitch, I know people always have issues with like their employer insurance, but for me personally, my insurance at Glitch was like the Cadillac. To me, I don't drive a car, I don't have a license, but Cadillacs were nice cars. My grandmother married my grandpa while he was still in prison because he had a nice Cadillac. My insurance at Glitch was like the Cadillac of insurance policies, and then we got acquired by Fastly, and it was like the we went from like Cadillac to like a car that's not as nice but still gets the job done. A Ford Ranger, which is actually the only car I've ever driven in my entire life. My father had a Ford Ranger, 2-wheel drive. We used to fill the bed of the truck with big bags of sand so that it wasn't fucking slipping and sliding in the ice and snow. I never got my driver's license, but I did learn a little bit how to drive on the Ford Ranger. So going from a Cadillac to a Ford Ranger, and policies completely changed, and my old dentist was no longer in network. And so I had to start going to this other dentist, which used to be good, but then it started becoming a revolving door of dentists out of that office. Every time I came back, there was someone new. So I am actually very pleased that I'll be able to go back to my other dentist. So that's all taken care of. I just have to like make the appointment and emotionally prepare myself to provide this context so they can ask me why I've been walking around with a jaw infection for quite some time. But yeah. Boom, there we go. We did it. We did it, Joe. I'm just showing that it like works on mobile. Okay, so that's what we wanted, but now we have a bunch of ones that are coming big. These are also thumbnail images, which I believe the maximum of the size of them is set to 330. But if I remove thumbnails, I think for Live Laugh blog and all my sites, I've just been making things 800 pixels wide. But yeah. So we have that. So let's think. Okay. One thing I want to do is have the modal. I don't like the modal being that big. I'm gonna set the max width to be 600 pixels. Okay. So we have it smaller. We lost our let's get rid of this margin. Okay. And then what does it look like on mobile? Oh, I didn't like how it takes the full width of the page. That's why I have... Let's see how it becomes the full width. I had the margin there because I didn't like that. What if we... What if the body had... Nope, that doesn't do. Oh, padding. No, it doesn't do anything. Oh, this is the body of... Oh, it is of this. Dialogue. $3M. I don't want to lose that centering of the modal. Actually, that's kind of neat. How do I update? See how it makes the background a little darker? I wonder how to update that. My phone's going off again. Oh, it's just spam. I'm gonna keep this at margin 3 AM just for now, and I'll figure out the issue with centering. I want to wrap things up because I've been streaming for almost a couple hours now. And all of you in the chat have energized me, so thank you. But let's wind down. And when we wind down, we want to make sure the site... I'm editing the site in production. Like, so I want to make sure it stays, like, fixed. But I want to comment out what I want to do next. So, we have a modal that makes these all large. So let's dialog window, append gallery element, and Keith Kirsten is texting me. I'm name dropping. That's right. I heard the text noise go up. I'm like, is my dentist texting me? But it's like, no, it's Keith. So we'll allow it. I think I want to do, when you click the thumbnail, make a hidden image we have here up top, have that image as a source. I'm thinking of where to get started. So on click, we have the thumbnail that's clicked. We have the list item. We want to, let's get rid of this. On click, update title. Okay, so before we append the gallery element, we're going to we can do a number of things here. I think before we add the thumbnails, we want to add an element. And we could just set in our HTML, but let's look at what's in dialog window right now. Oh, it's not called dialog window. main dialogue. Inner chicken dinner. We have inner here. So we can say I can create a whole element, but I can also say like dialogue inner dot inner HTML equals ing. Let's see. Div id equals if you have an image, like I want to have a main image on top and the navigation on the bottom, what would the top thing be called? Gallery head? Current? Yeah, whatever. So of it is that. So we have, so before all of this, we'll have an empty image that we have a gallery element. We append the gallery, which will be the nav, and we'll say const gallery current equals document. Whenever I type document, I almost accidentally type douche. But unfortunately, Sigmund Freud is dead and can't explain that to me. Okay. So now we have the image. Image gallery navigation. Figure element. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Reference in the main flow document can be moved to another product document or depends on the flow. Without affecting main flow. Poch's got to bounce. Poch, is good to see you. Thanks for joining. I'll actually talk to you later. Poch and I meet up later. Virtually on the information superhighway. Okay. Oh yeah, what we're doing. Oh yeah. Figure. Image gallery navigation for each on click. Okay, so now for each on click, we want to set, we know that the image is gallery current. We want gallery current source to be set to the thumbnail source. Set image element src. Let's see what the right way. Oh, literally. Okay. I was like thinking these both in my mind, but I was like, do both exist? You ever write Perl? I haven't written Perl in like a million years. There's always like a million ways to do things in Perl, and I always think that sometimes with JavaScript, like not so much with PHP, which is like my original main language, but when I did JavaScript, I was like, why is there 10 ways to do the same thing in JavaScript? It's like I'm writing Perl again. We're gonna want to do src. I wonder if we can set, if this will work. Gallery src equals thumbnail clicked .src. Will that work? Let's see. You know, sometimes like, you know, I'm coding really slowly, like when I stream because I'm talking. Matt had to write Perl today. And this is not me defending myself, even though because I didn't stop defending myself, my resolution, I have to do it all throughout 2025. But this is not me doing that. I am just explaining that I'm coding very slowly because I'm talking while I'm streaming. But you'll find that like, even when I'm not streaming, I do prefer to try a thing and see if it breaks before I actually look it up on Google. Because I'm like, oh, will this work? Because there's so many ways to do the same thing in JavaScript. So when I'm writing JavaScript, I'm like, this feels like it might be right. Let me try it. And oftentimes it does work. Other times it doesn't work because I thought that a function name was right, but really I'm thinking PHP. But yeah. I work faster when I like try and break things, which is what I just did. So let's see. I'm clicking the thing. Nothing's happening. Let's query selector gallery current. Let's get gallery current from the beginning. And let's console log and thumbnail clicked. And let's see what's going on, because so we have the figure undefined. Oh, that's because I didn't set it yet. Okay. Oh. Duh. Duh. I want the image to have the ID gallery current, not the figure. Not the figure. I was setting the source of that. Boom. Bop. Boom. Bop. Boom. Bop. Boom. Ba boom. Bop. Boom. Bop. Bitches, I mean that endearingly, we have created an image gallery. It looks like absolute horseshit, but it works. So we're actually going to want to append this after. We're going to do a little plus equals. I can create an element, a node element object. Dialog inner. This is adding the whole thing. We can add it to the bottom. Just trying to think of placement. Gallery current is null. Oh, duh. I'm just moving things around to see where I want. Okay. We're back where we started. The problem is do we want the main image? I guess we want the main image to be above here. Yeah, we want it to be above these. So we want to get is there a prepend? This is what I want to do. I want to like prepend, append. So let's do that. Let's we're gonna do this. We're gonna say const gallery current equals is it document create node? Yeah, create element. Dot create element figure gallery current dot inner HTML equals this. And we're gonna get image gallery navigation. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing in 1 sec. I just want to focus on this. We have the image gallery thumbs and we have the image figure, and we want to pop gallery figure above navigation. So this error because I have a semicolon is so weird. Okay. Okay. Pop gallery figure above navigation. So ultimately I want to const gallery equals image gallery thumbs. The word The word gallery is losing its meaning. Is that like, why does the word look wrong? It's right. As I typed it, I think it's just like the code font. It just looks fucking weird. I'm also really delusional and tired again. And also I've been, oh my god, over 2 hours. It's another long stream. Image gallery thumbs dot closest. Dot image gallery. Yeah, okay, wait, okay. Gallery navigation dot prepend gallery current. It's the word galleries got me fucked up. Image gallery thumbs up closest. It's not a function. It's not a function. What is a function then? Oh, you know why? Because it's a group, it's a node list. And you can't do closest on a node list. So I can do like... Girl, you knew what I meant. Okay, so there's that. So we got something. Okay. Now... Okay. Prepend image gallery, prepend gallery current. And then... Gallery current. Gallery current. Okay, this is gallery current figure. Bum 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 bum. We got it. Look at... Okay, so this is what I did. When you click the modal, or when you click this, it opens with the modal and it finds that no JavaScript like content, which is the title, this paragraph, and this. And I want to insert the current image figure here. And so I get it, I get where the gallery navigation here is, and then I prepend the figure. but I want to... It's adding it to the list item. So maybe I misrepresented what prepend is. Before the first child. Okay. I want it before the element. Is there... Insert adjacent element at a given position relative to the element. There you go. This is what I want. Insert adjacent element before begin. Okay. I've literally never used this function before. I remember that. I know that I've never used this function before, so that's cool. It's always like nice to use a thing you've never used before in a language that you've been writing for most of your life. Where the frickin' frick was I? Okay, so we wanted to insert adjacent category current and before begin, which is very weird. That feels fake. Let's see what this does. It does error. Insert adjacent element. Argument 2 is not an object. You're not an object. Oh, okay. That's also not an insult. You're not an object. The position came before the gallery. Ta-da! Gorgina. We did it. Annika says before begin sounds like the name of a Bandcamp album I don't want to listen to. Okay. Okay, so the figure comes with some CSS I don't want. Let's center. Cool. We're gonna... Can we just... I don't want to center align everything, so I think just figure and image gallery. Boom, boom, bum, bum, ba-dum. There we go. Okay. There's much that can be improved here. So I'm going to say it out loud so that when I rewatch, I don't rewatch these streams, but I will rewatch this part. I want to, one, center this modal here. The reason why I add the margin is because on mobile, it would have not had a space. Actually, let's see what it looks like on mobile. This is a little... Why are they mobile? I'll refresh it. I want to center the modal. I want to... Why is that working? I want to by default show the first image. I want the current image shown, its thumbnail, to look distinct from the rest. So that might mean a border. And I want to style this to make this look nicer. And then I need to make this keyboard accessible. It is not right now. I can like tab through the links, but that's because I don't know why that is. Maybe, I don't know. I'll figure that out. And then I would maybe want to explore removing the thumbnails part from the URL so it shows the higher res version here. So yeah, modal alignment, thumbnail current status style, remove thumbnails from the URL so the current gallery image is more high res, and keyboard accessibility. So I'm gonna do that. In fact, I'll probably work, I might take a nap and then later work on the accessibility stuff, just because that's like a priority. But yeah, let's make sure I didn't break the JavaScript version. There you go, I still have these images. Cool. Okay. That was a lot, and there's a lot of you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or just like. I don't know, it's your life. It's now or never. Actually, somebody did It's My Life at Robot Karaoke on Monday. It was really funny. I'm streaming every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And it's a good time because look, I like accomplish things. I'm freshly back from the city after therapy, so you're really getting me at like my best. I'm gonna go take a nap and then probably make some candles and stuff. I've also been vlogging throughout the week, or like capturing video of bits and pieces so I could put together a vlog. I want to see, I've edited videos for work and I'm like, maybe I want to like edit little videos for myself. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to find out. I'm playing. Just like I'm playing with code. I'm painting my candles. I'm also playing with video editing. And so I might have a vlog that shares the stream, Robot Karaoke, Jersey Script, all that. But yeah, I'll be back Wednesday, 2 p.m. next week, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I might set up a weekend stream where I'm just like painting, not writing code. So if you subscribe, your timeline will show that stuff. And if you hit the bell, you'll get like a notification. But I'm not going to tell you to hit the bell because I hate myself, hate notifications. So I'm not going to like require you to do that as well. But go to jenschiffer.com, which you've just been staring at the code at for about an hour and a half. All of my contact info is there. I'm on Mastodon, YouTube, of course. And yeah, maybe I'll see you around. As Annika says, hit the bell or go to hell. Hit the bell and I'll see you in hell. Love you lots. Have a good day. My God, I keep messing it up. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Bye.